You have no idea the amount of ignorant mess we're about to get into right now.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Hello and welcome to a brand new preview episode for Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host Jay. I'm here with Micah.
Hey.
And Terrence.
What's up?
All right, so we're back. This is a preview episode for episode 90, Morris from America. This is the 2016 film starring Craig Robinson and Markees Christmas. Okay. About...
You call them Yahoo Christmas early?
Yes, I believe it. What'd you say? Google Thanksgiving was taken? No, but it's... so we're going to do that film next week. It's about a father and son who are living in Germany in a small town, and sort of about their isolationism in that town, and about the teenage boy, Morris, and his sort of first love with this German woman. So we will play a trailer for that now and come right back.
What you say, marry your mother's an alcoholic.
Tell me you can't dance to that.
It's got no hook.
Go to your room. You grounded.
For what?
Because you like terrible music.
That was rhetorical, so no need to answer that. Nosebleeds unavoidable, so took your head back and...
Donnerstag, Freitag, Samstag, Sonntag.
Wait, you need to practice your German with people your own age.
I don't need friends. I'm gangster. I don't like it here. It's boring.
I know you might be still mad at me about bringing us here. One day, you lighting the hip-hop world on fire, collecting all your Source Awards. You thank me.
Source Awards. Is that as far as I get in your dream?
All right, you're
Can
right.
I get a Grammy or something? Yeah. Let me get some claps, y'all. Yeah.
Hey! Wie heißt du?
Morris.
I'm Katrin.
You make cute couple. I'm not a player, I just crush a lot.
Katrin?
Hello.
Why you out here causing trouble?
I didn't do anything.
Start thinking with your brain and not your dick.
Hey, nobody speak, nobody get choked. Only facts, I will shoot up. Baby duck if it quacks with a Ruger.
Can you rap? Can I rap? Come on. I got sick flow. Hit it.
I'm the best, screaming yes. What more can I say?
Love will make you do some stupid things.
Nobody speak, nobody get choked. Hey,
How'd you know it was a girl?
It's always a girl, Mo.
There's no rush to be old.
nobody speak.
So be young. Be you.
Give it up for
Nobody speak, nobody get choked.
So here you wanted by the cops?
He's a gangster. Gangster rapper.
I'm not trying to keep you from experiencing anything.
So I'm not in trouble?
Oh, no. You grounded like a motherfucker.
Here to shoot another day.
Okay, that was a trailer for Morris from America. We will go in depth on that next week. But we did want to switch to our topic, random topic of the week, which is all about, unfortunately, and I didn't want to talk about this, Nate Parker and sort of the fallout with that controversy and the sort of the conspiracy theory that seems to always pop up when any time a black celebrity is busted for doing some dirt that they actually did. So I guess I'll start. One, we were planning on doing Birth of a Nation. Obviously, it looked like a great film. We won't be on the show. We'll just say that up front because none of us want to support a rapist. So I know it's a weird stance to take, I guess, but we decided that much like we'll never do a movie with Bill Cosby in it at this point, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do Ghost Dad at any point for numerous reasons because it stinks.
Leonard Part 6.
Leonard Part 6.
That's all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually is all of them. We got Uptime Saturday night. Let's do it again.
We're never going to do those. It's unfortunate.
And the fucked up part is I actually like those movies.
I know, that's the thing. But
Sidney Poitier in them.
Yeah, don't read ahead for a couple weeks from now. But yeah, we had decided, the three of us, that we just really couldn't support it after reading the transcript and not just assuming that he was innocent or assuming that he was guilty based on what came out, but actually reading the transcript of what he said to this woman that he raped back when he was 19 years old in college. So all of that being said, there's a lot of controversy with whether or not it was rape or not rape. And that's, I guess, to be debated by people far, far more lax on rape than I am, I guess. But I'm really more concerned about what the backlash is about the conversation about timing, and because his movie is coming out and because of the nature of the movie, why, people are like, oh, why is it now? So what are your thoughts?
It's now because it's in the spotlight.
Right.
That's it.
That's the answer.
I don't know what else to say.
That
He's
is
in the spotlight.
definitively the answer.
He's getting a lot of press, and he raped someone 20, 15 years ago.
Right.
Like, the thing is, I can't not think that he didn't know that this was going to come out.
Of course he knew.
He knew it was going to come out, but he figured, hey, I was exonerated. It's not a big deal. But the problem is, we live in the now, where rape culture, people are really starting to actually realize that rape culture is a thing.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't a name for it back in 1999, but within the last 2 or 3 years, there's been a name for it. And now that he's been accused of it, and we read the transcripts, and clearly it was rape, can't run away from it, bro. Like, I said this before when I first read the transcript. Like, I'm 35 years old. You know what I've never been accused of? Rape. I've been to parties where women have been drunk as fuck.
Right.
I've never been accused of rape, and I never will be. I'm not famous, and when I get famous, if that ever happens,
think about it.
I'm not going to be accused of rape because nothing ever. I've never been in that situation where I've taken advantage of a woman when she was drunk off her ass.
Right.
It's not something to do. Like, I was an adult. You're 19. You know better. Sorry.
Right. It's not like he was like, oh, he was accused of doing something when he was 5, where you could just be like, well, okay, maybe not. He was 19. You know the difference between right or wrong at 19.
Yes.
More.
Well, you're supposed to.
You're supposed to. Micah, what are your thoughts?
So, I read the transcript because at first, when this information comes out, I'm like, maybe, I don't know. And then I read,
you do get a little wary for the timing,
right?
Yeah, of course.
But then I read the transcript,
right?
And when you read the transcript, like that whole, you ain't saying no, bullshit ass logic is not. Nah, man, that's rape, man. That's rape, man. And I don't look. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm no longer interested in seeing this movie. I am.
Of course.
I'm very much interested in seeing this movie. If the movie becomes available to me, I'll watch it. Because I can separate the art from the artist. I have to, right? I have to in order to try and enjoy things, right? Like, I'm never going to say I'm never going to watch another Woody Allen movie. I will say I ain't paying for another Woody Allen movie. And I will say I'm not paying for this movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I still want to see it.
Because, and that's the conundrum that we're in. I think the movie is a story that needs to be told. And it really is, man. But God damn it, nigga, why did you like
if only you could have seen into the future 15 years of 3 black men being really pissed off because we really wanted to support the movie.
Or
but the thing is,
could have seen into the present back in 1999 and
2
not
seconds
taken
in front
advantage
of you?
of a drunk person. Like, that's
okay. So obviously hindsight being 2020, and maybe not raping someone being 2020. Like, I guess what frustrates me is there is this. Because there are so many things that have happened to black men and to black people in general, sort of conspiracies, like literal conspiracy, not like, oh, you need motors to get across the world on a boat type of dumb shit. I don't mean wackadoo conspiracies like that. That's a thing. I don't mean stuff like that. I mean actual conspiracy, right? Because conspiracy doesn't mean it's made up. It's just that people got together and conspired to do something, right?
Right.
That's totally legit. Now, if there have been times, there was a woman, I just saw a video, there's a woman who said, she worked in a crime lab, and she, tampered with a bunch of information, and a bunch of people went to jail, 40,000 cases. Yeah. And she fucked those cases up on purpose. It's that is someone conspiring to do something wrong to fuck over minorities specifically in that case. So I understand the notion of like, oh, but wait a minute, he's probably innocent. But look, here's the problem. Some niggas are just guilty. Like, that's the problem. And like, that is why, of all of the things that drive me crazy about race relations and everything else that happened in this country, I will never be okay with the O.J. Simpson stuff. I will never be okay with it because Johnny Cochran literally used the one weapon against black. He used our strength of like giving a fuck about each other. He used it as a weapon against us to get a murderer off. And it's the same sort of thing. Like, I don't want Nate Parker to be treated differently because he's black. Like, oh, well, Woody Allen, you still making movies? Nate Parker can still make movies. I just don't have to see them. So I'm not saying the guy's got to go to jail. Look, he got off, you know. Again, I wasn't there, but I'm reading the transcript, and I don't like that shit. And it seems like fucking rape to me. So whatever the court says is irrelevant to the court of popular, the court of popular opinion. So it, like, for me, it's just not a thing that I will ever be cool with. I'm just not.
The funny thing about the situation is that everyone's defense of him is, well, he went to court and he got off. Like, that's...
Do you know how the law works?
Like, that's not how shit works.
Guess what? George Zimmerman went to court and he got off.
Right.
Is he innocent?
I mean, come on, yo.
And
that's how you shut that shit down.
I use that exact example. Someone's like, well, I don't think that's a fair example. Yeah, it's not a fair example because it proves that I'm correct and you're incorrect. But that's it. Yeah, like, him being acquitted doesn't mean that he's innocent. You can plead guilty and get off.
Right.
Yeah. Right? Floyd Mayweather. I remember that guy was like, I did a plea deal and I didn't go to jail, so I'm innocent. A plea deal means you did it, nigga.
But he can't read, so he doesn't know any better.
I'm not giving him a pass. He can speak. His lawyer should have told him what a plea deal was. I did it, Your Honor. Then you did it, nigga. You did it. So, like, but okay, let's get to the conspiracy thing, right? Which is, oh, the timing is so curious. Like you said, you already proved that it's not curious. It's because he's in the limelight because you have a brain. You obviously think. But a lot of people think that the reason why this is coming out is that white people, is what I hear, or white supremacists, I hear that term all the time. They're out to destroy Nate Parker. But my thing,
Nat Parker.
Shut up. Sorry, I keep calling him.
Niggas don't even know his name, and you're blindly supporting him. Shut up, yo. Shut up, man.
One day I will say who this person is that we're referring to because I'm going to keep listening. Because he's like anti-me. Like, he doesn't read. He assumes things.
He does a lot of research.
And he wears suits.
He does a lot of research that he hears things about.
He's the Black Donald Trump. And he wears zoot suits. If only there was hidden... Never mind. Anyway, so... My whole thing, okay, if only there were colors around. Anyway, so my whole thing is, if you take the whole idea of like there's a conspiracy to take Nate Parker down as he's doing this movie, you know, some people are like, well, you know, they paid $17.5 million for the distribution rights, and that was like a really big deal because it was one of the highest amounts ever paid at Sundance for a movie, you know, for a movie like this, and like, oh, that seems suspicious. No, it doesn't. It's a movie that they thought was good. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Right. But I think they're saying that the conspiracy theory is the movie itself is based on a black slave that revolted. And white people don't like that. So they want to take it down. So it's not seen. But it's already been seen. They paid him $17 million to get it. So they could not distribute it when it comes.
So couldn't they have just...
It is Fox.
I mean, that is true. Yeah. You know what? That's starting to sound a little more solid of a thing. You know what? I apologize. No, yeah. But why would you just not pay for it? If it's a white people, it's the white cabal. I assume when they all sit in the Illuminati room together, they're like, "Do you know Nat Parker? So it's Nate. Nat Parker. Do you know he's making a movie? Like, did you know that? So if you know that, then let's all not pay for it together. And then, because we control everything, we talk to the Jews because they had all the money. Like, if we do that, then he can't put out his movie. And then no one can read a fucking history book and find out about Nat Turner. Or Nate Turner or Nat.
I don't know. Is it Nate Turner? Is it Nate Turner and Nat Parker? Which one is it? I don't know.
He's the wrong person to make this movie. No, but no, in all seriousness, I feel like people think shit like that happens. They paid $17.5 million because they saw the movie and they were like, holy shit, this looks really good.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, for people, black people who've seen it, we're like, this movie's really fucking good. So, yeah, I don't think that's a part of the conspiracy. Now, what the big part of the conspiracy is, they're bringing out all these rape allegations, or they're bringing out this story now to discredit him so white people won't see the movie. Or that people won't see the movie, like people like us. But you did those things. It's not a conspiracy theory if you did it. Like, Jay, it's a conspiracy theory that you ate cereal this morning. But I did eat cereal this morning, so that's not really a theory, it's a fact. Like, I don't understand that. It's not their fault that they said, hey, did you know that guy did that thing that he did? Well, nigga, you did it. Don't rape. Yeah, and then nobody will have a thing to charge you with.
If he were more popular earlier, this would have come out, right? Like, nobody was looking for Nate Parker when Beyond the Lights came out.
I didn't know who that nigga was when Beyond the Lights came out.
Nobody knew who he was.
Red Tails.
Red Tails.
Yeah.
Right. Some people were like, "Oh, I was following his career since the Great Debaters." No, you weren't. No. You saw. Yeah, you saw him, and you were like, "Oh, that guy's a pretty decent actor." That's what you said. That's not following his career.
Right.
Yeah. Stop. Because if you were following his career, then why were you shocked? Oh shit, son, they're doing a Nat Turner movie. Yeah, you know why you didn't know that? Because you weren't following his fucking career. Don't lie. Like, look, the guy was a middle to low ranked actor. Not a bad actor. I don't think he has that much range. I hope that he has a lot of range in this movie. But you weren't he's not Denzel fucking Washington.
His son.
I mean, kind of has that acting style. But, like, so, yeah, you didn't really know who he was until this movie came out, and then it was like, wow, this is a subject you really care about, which is totally fine. I think we all felt the exact same way when we saw the trailer, and now I want to see it. I don't think it's a conspiracy that you become popular and people start to look into your past. That happens to everyone. I mean, it does. It happens to fucking everybody. Now, I did see a thing today, which I thought was interesting, of Oscar voters. These are people in the film industry who are saying, oh, well, I don't know if I want to see this movie because of all the stuff with him. And look, this is what drives me fucking crazy. I don't want to defend Nate Parker. I really don't. But you can't say you're not going to see his fucking movie and then turn around and give Woody Allen all the credit in the world every other year when he puts out a movie. That's fucked up. And all that does is birth another hotep dumb nigga on Facebook. When you do it, just shut up. Just shut up. Don't say anything, white people. Just shut the fuck up about this. Because that's what happens. Because look, part of me, I was like, well, that's not right. Like,
yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, fucking, of course. Of fucking course. Like, you got Roman Polanski. Didn't he marry like a 14-year-old girl?
13.
Nigga, gross. Like what? Like
yeah. What do you want with a whatever? You know what? I don't even want to talk.
Quite frankly, why do you want to have sex with a drunk chick?
I don't get it.
I don't. Is it just because I don't drink? Like, I don't see the appeal.
Look, there is
a bunch of stinky ass broads throwing up all over the place, vomiting a goddamn hair, mascara running all over the place. Like, that shit is not attractive to me. And quite frankly, if you need to get a chick drunk to have sex with her, you ain't got no game, yo.
I mean, that's actually the end all be all of it. Like, Nate Parker and Bill Cosby, they don't have any game.
You ain't got no game, yo. Like, and this is coming from someone. Look, I'm not like
zero game.
I got no game. I got no game. I've been able to pull what? 5 chicks in my 36 years of existence on this planet. 5, and I'm married to one of them. So I was able to do it.
Look, but you know what the funny thing is? Nate Parker, wasn't he an athlete in college?
He was a computer programmer, and he
in a wrestler.
Yeah, in a wrestler.
So he was an athlete, and he still had to get a girl drunk.
Still had to get a chick drunk.
You're an athlete, a black one. So okay, now Now, I find that to be curious, but I really want to talk about and sort of end this conversation on this. There seems to be this new theory or justification of this whole thing, which is this woman was white.
She was white?
Yeah.
See,
Right. I didn't know that.
What does that say about me? I automatically thought she was black.
Me too.
Yeah,
Until literally like a day after the transcript, they were like, "Oh, she was a white one." I'm like, "Oh."
So does that
then
change?
It switched. But then all of a sudden, people were like, "Oh, she was white." Well, then he couldn't have raped her. Like, what?
What? Nah, bro.
Like there was an article somebody posted.
Yep. That's exactly what I was.
Somebody posted this article, and she was talking to a friend of hers, and she told her she told him what the situation is, and the first question he asked was she white? And she was like, yeah, she was white. And then he was like, well, he didn't rape her because white women are more free with their sexuality in college and all this other shit.
That is literally rape culture. That's what rape culture is.
I was like, what the fuck is that? And then he was telling her stories about how they would have like 4 or 5 white women and they would have sex with them and they would be like, suck your dick. I'm like, that still doesn't, that's your experience.
Yo.
Like that doesn't.
And dude, I posted that shit on Facebook the other day. Anecdotal experience proves absolutely nothing. Well, this happened to me. So you're 1 in 7 billion people on the planet. What the fuck does that mean?
It was very strange to read it. I read that and then I read her rebuttal.
I feel like her rebuttal was trying to clean it up. Like, because she was like, "Oh, I don't believe that," and I'm like, "But you posted this story on your website." Like,
She said she posted it
with no content,
with no comment, because she just kind of wanted everybody else to read what the hell he had to say. But then they were kind of like, "So what the fuck do you think?"
Yeah, don't put some pro-rape ass shit on your website.
So she rebutted it, and I forgot what she said.
Well, she basically said
it, but at the same time, she didn't really necessarily denounce it.
Right. I mean, and look, and I saw Boyce Watkins kind of made the same argument, which was like, well, white people really like beer, like they really like it, and they get drunk. Here's the thing: if you're using, look, one, my personal experience is, and this is not me making a blanket statement about any race, right? But my personal experience is that white women generally are more open with their sexuality. And I'm not saying like they're whores or whatever, which is what that guy said in the article. I'm just saying that white women have it, and I think societal wise, they are allowed to be more open with their sexuality. They're allowed to be like, oh, I'm going to experiment with women in college, and then, now I'm back with men, and then it's just like, well, that's just what you did. Black women are not afforded that same thing, and that's a long-standing societal thing. So
I think that's starting to change.
It is starting to change, and God bless.
More power to you.
Yeah, keep going. Film it. Anyway, but my larger point. Do what you gotta do.
You can't film it. Anyway, go ahead.
We have an email address. No, but my larger point is Look, it works. Right? Hey. Send it. No, but my larger point is, while white women are afforded that luxury, and black women, at least at a time, were not afforded that luxury, making the point that a woman is in a way unrapeable because of their race lets me know, if you say that, it lets me know that you don't know what empathy is. And you are unable to put yourself or someone that you care about into that situation. Because take that same situation with a bunch of white dudes, a bunch of white football players, and one black woman, and have them talking about, and have a bunch of white commentators say, oh, you know how those black chicks are, like they like to get down or whatever. I'm an athlete and all that. You think Dr. Boyce Watkins would be cool with that shit? You think Tariq Nasheed or any of those other dumb niggas out there? I said your name. I don't give a fuck. Fucking forward it to his stupid ass. You think any of those guys would be cool with it? You think that it would be acceptable to say the shit that you're saying?
No, they're the Negro bedwenches.
Right.
They're the ones that...
Black women who think for themselves. I know it scares you because you have a little dick. So, my thing is... I don't give a fuck. Who cares?
That's funny.
But, if you reverse the roles, that is the best way to look at a situation, is to put yourself, or to put black people in that situation. You would never find that acceptable. So why do you find it acceptable to give a fucking thumbs up to, oh, white chicks they can't be raped? What the fuck kind of shit is that? I'm not like, you can say, oh, well, history with, winking at a white woman or whistling at a white woman get you killed and all this other stuff. Yeah, I understand that. I don't disagree with all of that history. It's absolutely true. That doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he did this shit in 2000 or 1999. So stop trying to make it about fucking 1949. Talk about 1999. That nigga did dirt. He got busted for it. And his buddy who was involved served jail time. So it can't be that crazy to assume that he's also involved. And also you can read the fucking transcript. Well, you were conscious? Well, okay, she wasn't passed entirely out. What the fuck is that? Somebody made an analogy I thought was really good. Like, if you're standing there talking to a woman as a guy, and she's drunk, and she's got money in her purse, and you go, hey, can I have $5? And she's drunk, and she doesn't say anything, and you just reach in her purse and take $5. Is that cool? No, it's not cool. It's basically the same thing. Well, she didn't say no. Well, she's fucking retarded drunk. And you're like, if you can't see the difference, there's something wrong with you. If she's so drunk she can't remember, she's pretty fucking drunk. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You ain't got no game, nigga.
I mean, look, we can end it on that because that's accurate as fuck. And so, no, I'm not going to support it. And one of my big things is I'm not going to promote it on this show, which is a show that we talk about where we deal with issues with sexuality, homosexuality, black community, interracial dating, the whole 9 yards, the politics of being black and everything else. I am not going to support a movie done by a guy who raped somebody, and then especially the fucking response from him of being disappointed in the black community for not supporting him more. Yeah, Cosby said the same shit, and then you found out he said, oh yeah, I kind of did that shit. So what the fuck, dude? We didn't support. I wish the black community would just stay silent. No, nigga, that sounds like some slavery shit. We off the plantation. We're allowed to think for ourselves, and I don't have to agree with you just because you share the same fucking melanin I do. You're a dirtbag. Sorry, not sorry. Anything else?
No. Like you pretty much hit the nail on the head.
There you go. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I really don't.
Black women, email those videos to Micah at thenerdpocalypse.com.
I mean,
look.
You just send it to contact@thenerdpocalypse.com. No, or contact@blackcinema.com. That also works.
There you go.
You know, it goes directly to my phone. So I don't have to share shit with them.
Hey, I'm single.
Actually, you know what? I'll forward it to Tara.
But yeah, don't rape. Just come on, man.
I don't know why that's so hard to fucking understand.
That's like the simple. Isn't that one of the golden rules?
It should be.
Like at this point,
do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. I don't want to get raped. Don't rape anybody.
Like, didn't they teach that in school?
Do they still teach it in school?
I don't think they do.
Or probably they didn't teach it in his school.
And he went to Penn State. What the fuck?
Ain't nothing to do up there. Ain't nothing to do but drink and rape, apparently.
Right. If you're a coach, you're right. Your fucking students. I guess.
Jesus Christ, I didn't even think
Penn
of that.
State.
Yeah, there you go. There's some
thumbs up.
Good job, everybody.
Good Lord. Was it Joe Paterno?
Yeah. Him? Yeah, well, he didn't do the raping. He just covered up for a rapist for 30 years. But no big deal, right?
So yeah, they didn't give a fuck about rape back then.
They don't give a fuck about it. They don't give a fuck about it now.
But like 20 years ago?
Yeah, she was probably lying.
Yeah, and now they're gonna ban alcohol in some. Well, there was one thing that we read with the dude that fucking jackass swimmer.
Yeah, they're gonna ban hard alcohol.
They're banning hard alcohol in college, so the boys won't rape.
How about you?
That's their solution.
How about you throw the kid in jail? What? How about you throw the kid who actually did the raping in jail?
Like, this shit is insane to me.
But that's rape culture. That literally is rape culture. We'll just take a hard alcohol.
No such thing as rape culture. Like, no, yo, look at all of these fucking instances of people just doing crazy shit.
Can I just say, on that note, we're going to get rid of hard alcohol. Yeah, no one's ever gotten shitty drunk on beer. That's never happened. What are you talking about?
On Bud Ice. Yeah, like no. Like sorry.
People
you
get drunk off of Lime-A-Ritas.
Probably.
Yes.
They probably throw up because there's so much sugar in it.
Yo,
It's disgusting.
They're like 75 ounces of alcohol. You know how fucking big those things are? They're huge.
Don't drink this. They do kind of taste a little good though. I can't lie.
I've only had like a sip, and I'm like, this is.
I don't prefer it, but I was like, I'm not against this. All right, that's it. We're now on Lime-A-Ritas. All right, we will see you guys next week for our episode 90 on Moors from America. Bye.
Take it easy.
Don't rape.
We out.